DeLeon. I know I have been MIA for a while, but I needed some me time. I am back to give you guys some more videos on BBLs, post-op care, my crazy life, the whole nine. So let's jump right in. Here I have listed everything that I purchased for post-op for this second round. Now with the first round, I did not do too much post-op care. That's probably why I had to go for a second round, all right? So we're just gonna focus on what I did for this round. So let's get straight into it. The BBL itself with Dr. William Miami was $5,500. I got him when he was a really good price, when he was just becoming, really popular or whatever. So make sure you jot that down, $5,500 for the BBL. Now, let's get into the post-op care. So that included the faja as well. The faja and anything that they gave me there, that was all included in the price. So afterwards, the recovery house that I stayed at was, I think it was like $800 or $900, which is actually cheap for a recovery house, and that's probably why I had so many issues with it. So $800 or $900 for the recovery house. Arnica cream. Arnica cream is used for, it's a cream that you use to put on your bruises after surgery to also help self-massage yourself or whatever, and it helps with soreness after your surgery. I will be saying if I recommend or not whatever I purchase, and that is something I do recommend. I use that for like the first 4 months after my BBL. What's the next one? Foams and backboards. Now, everything I'm going to list, I got off Amazon. I don't like going to the stores. I don't want to wait in line. I'm going to buy it off Amazon, and that's it. And if you follow my Instagram page, which is Life with DeLeon on life.with.DeLeon on Instagram, I have a highlight with all my Amazon purchases for the BBL. So I purchased this package thing. It had foams and a backboard. So 2 foams and 2 different backboards. And that one was $50. I recommend that because it did come with the backboard and the foams, but I still ended up needing a ab board in the front. So it was like, I could have purchased them separately, to be honest. All right. The BBL pillow with the back support. Everyone knows I set my ass down day 5. I was like, F this. Like, I barely used that pillow. I hated the pillow, and it was so bulky and big. I did not use it at all, and I don't even really recommend it. If you go to DR Columbia, you usually sit on your butt right away. When I woke up from my first round, which the surgeon that I went to the first round, he learned how to do the BBLs from overseas, DR, and I woke up on my butt with his procedure. So you don't need the back support and all that crap. If you're gonna get a BBL pillow, get a regular BBL pillow, because to be honest, you're probably gonna toss that thing, sooner or later anyway. So let's get into the next one. Let's get into this hair first though. Did this myself. Okay, so compression socks. I do highly recommend compression socks. The only thing was with the BBL, I woke up in the surgeries, 305 plastic surgery. I woke up in their compression socks, had those on for the day, and then the next day I got into the ones that I had. And I got a package of, it was a total of like, I think it was 6 or 8. I only used like 3. So, because I didn't swell my feet, and my, legs didn't swell after like the 3rd day. So I didn't use them for that long, but I do highly recommend compression socks. Those are $16.98. Gauze pads. It's these little pads that's like a cloth material. They're medical grade, and you want to put that on your incisions to help cover them, to help also like, so they help them close. If they get infected, you're going to need them to help clean your incisions, all of that. I highly recommend those. Those are definitely needed. $5.97 is what I paid for those off Amazon, guys. Medical tape also to hold those in place. Highly recommend, $5. The CF pre-op drink. Now this drink was what I used. I took this the day before surgery, the night before surgery, like at 9, because I think they told me to stop. I took it at 9 because I think they told me to stop drinking and eating at 12. And then right after I came out of surgery, I remember laying down and I reached for it and I just drank it right after it. It's supposed to have a lot of nutrients and minerals to help you recover fast, give you a boost of energy. And I did feel a difference when I took it. So I highly recommend that drink. That one was $12.89 for 2. You need 2 of those. So Tylenol extra strength. you will get, I don't know, I think we had oxys. I think we had pain pills, you know, prescription pain medication. I didn't want to keep taking those. I have this huge fear of getting addicted to pain medication. I never want to do that. So I only took those for the first day. And then after that, I took Tylenol Extra Strength to get me throughout the day. And it worked just fine. So for Tylenol Extra Strength, I got a big bottle for $10.47. For the chuck pads, the pads that you put on the bed for your leaking, so you won't leak on the bed, you'll leak on the pads. Definitely need those. Highly recommend those, especially if you're not going to a recovery house. You're going to have to get those yourself. And I got a big, I think it was like a $50 pack for $9.99. Okay, all of this stuff is going to be on my Instagram page in my highlights, the Amazon highlight. It has all of this listed with the price, the name. It shows a picture of the product. So that's why I'm not going to list it down in the comment section. You can just literally go there and you'll find everything that you need there. Okay, Go Girl. The Go Girl is this little cup. It's a pink cup, and you put it, because when you're like in that faja, you don't want to keep getting out of it or whatever. So there's a little hole, and you take the cup and you put it like in the middle where the hole is, and you pee through there so it comes out, and while you're kind of like either standing up or you're squatting over the toilet to make sure that you get the pee in the toilet. I only used it once. I don't recommend. I ended up peeing on my hand. It was so hard to try to figure out how to use it. I used it I think 2 or 3 times. I only got it done right one time, and then after that I said fuck it, you know, like I'm just gonna squat. I just squatted. So I feel like it was a waste of money. I paid $12.99 for my Go Girl cup. Tylenol PM, highly recommend to help put you to sleep, because I'm telling you, those first couple of days you're not going to want to be up. You're going to want to sleep. You're going to want to sleep it off. Wake up, eat, drink, sleep. That's all you're going to want to do. Okay, $13 for the Tylenol PM Extra Strength. It was a large bottle as well. Unscented lotion. I use Lubriderm. With those open incisions, you don't want to have any of that good smell good stuff. It can cause an infection. Get you some Lubriderm unscented lotion. I paid $10 for three little bottles that you could carry, and it was more than enough. Okay, foams. I ended up having to buy more foams because you will ruin the little foams that you do have. So I got 3 for $18.95. Bromelain. Now, I highly recommend Bromelain pills. Bromelain is made from the heart of the pineapple, and it is used to prevent swelling and to minimize swelling and discomfort, things of that nature. So I'm still taking Bromelain pills to this day. I'm about 8 months post-op now. I still get tender, like in my stomach area, my back, like I still get a little swollen, especially up here. So I highly recommend Bromelain. I'm going to be taking these probably until I'm like a year out. No, I'm lying, because I got a breast augmentation coming up and you tend to swell everywhere again. So I'm going to be taking these for probably like close to another year. Yeah, surgery is fun, guys. Okay, so massage roller. To prevent fibrosis, you're going to have to get professional massages, and you're gonna have to self-massage at home. Do not listen to these girls that tell you don't go and get a massage. I'm telling you, you need it. It's required, in my opinion. So the massage roller that I got was $8.79. Amazing roller. K-tape or rock tape. After plastic surgery, you tend to, after liposuction, I apologize, your skin tends to sag a little bit, feel a little loose, and it takes a while for it to snap back in place, especially for those women that have bigger stomachs. So using that tape will help to make the skin retract or whatever. Ab binder, I loved it. In the very beginning oh, I highly recommend K-tapes, by the way. In the beginning of your recovery, you cannot wear a waist trainer or anything like that. You have to be in a faja. You need the even compression. But what I noticed is that I was growing, my fajas were getting too big. I was like shrinking faster than what my fajas could last me. So instead of me buying multiple fajas, I would just take the faja, put foams and boards in, and wrap the ab binder around my stomach as tight as possible. And that will keep me evenly compressed until I can get a new faja, or I can get it taken in, okay? After plastic surgery, a lot of people do not tell you this. You tend to lose weight. Your metabolism speeds up to help you recover faster. And to combat this, you know, you have to eat more. That's why surgeons tell you to go into surgery at your goal weight or under your goal weight, so that when you eat more, you can reach your goal weight or maintain your goal weight. If you lose weight after a BBL, that newly transferred fat cell will die if you are not eating and getting enough water. Your body, those new fat cells need an oxygen supply. They need blood flow to help them attach to the old fat cells so they can settle and expand, so you can get the nice little curves and nice hips. The way to do that, right? I lost 8 pounds a week after surgery, and I was eating a crap ton. Like, I was stuffing my face as much as possible, but I could just see like the weight was just coming off because my body was trying to heal itself from the damage that was caused. So I got Macaroon. I took Macaroon for a week and I got my weight back. And the good thing about Macaroon is that it doesn't really go to your belly. It tends to go to your hips and your butt. I have no idea why. It's it's just a myth, I guess, or it's like, you know, like a folk tale. I got that for $17.95. I still have it to this day. I don't use it any longer because I do not need to gain weight. Now I'm at the point where I need to lose weight, so don't use that. But I highly recommend it for the beginning stages to make sure you're maintaining your weight, and that the you know, any weight gain that you do get goes where you want it to go. Dry brushing, I highly recommend dry brushing, and I have a video on my YouTube page for dry brushing. Dry brushing, your after your lipo, your stomach tends to feel hard. It's like restricted or something. That dry brushing will help to soften it up and smooth out your skin. It was going to help to wake up your lymphatic system to release any of that lipo fluid that's there. I highly recommend dry brushing starting at least week 3 after a BBL or liposuction. And the dry brushing that I got it off Amazon for $14.95. Okay, now the fun stuff, the fun stuff, the massages. Okay, in Miami, I went to the Amazing Massage by Ari. Her assistant did my massages, and I paid $310 for 3 of them down there. I came back and I did like a package deal with this amazing girl called Body by V. I think I had maybe 15 or 16 massages with her. I had some here and there, but I could not find like where I purchased them on my card, because I would use different cards, but I hate that I did that because now it's hard for me to track how many I got total. But what I could find was that I did purchase a package deal from her, which was like $460. Then I went again for $76, then $148 and $100 for massages. So that's like what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about $1,000 for massages back home, and then $310, so about $1,300-$1,400 in massages. And I'm not done. I still need to go back. Like, I still need to do at least one maintenance massage a month, which I haven't. Sorry, V. I'll be trying to see you soon, girl. So yeah. Then the fajas. So the first initial faja that I woke up in came from 305 plastic surgery that was already included in the $5,500 that I paid to have surgery with Dr. William. Afterwards, I went to Pretty Girl Curves down in Miami, and I purchased a stage 2, I believe. Stage 2. That was $125. That was $125 for the stage 2. Then when I came back home, I switched and I purchased another one. I could not find where I purchased that one, but I do remember that one was like $130, $140 or whatever. And then I did a custom faja with a company called Shaped Curvy, because as you can see, like my metrics is just, my measurements are just crazy. So a regular type faja is just not going to fit my body. So I had to get a custom style one, and that cost me $171.93. And then while I was waiting on the custom to come in, because it takes 3 weeks, I ordered a waist cincher. This thing snatches you like nobody's business, honey. Whew. $70 for that one. So in total, this is just a guesstimate though, because there was other stuff I was purchasing, like, you know, as I go. Like, I purchased so many package of the lymphatic drops, which is $30 a piece. I couldn't even find the receipts for those, but I know I purchased at least 4 or 5 of those because I was just chugging that stuff. I even purchased one of those huge foam 360 deals to go around. I couldn't find the receipt for that, and I think that was like $60. it's expensive. So in total, with what I could find for as far as receipt wise, I have paid close to $2,700 for post-op care. That does not include the $5,500 for the BBL. So in total, I've paid, let me see, 5, 6, 7, like $8,200 for a BBL. So when you guys are looking at these surgeons and looking at these prices, you have to remember that your post-op care is going to cost you a couple grand, like $2,000-$3,000. I always say have $2,000-$3,000 set aside for post-op care. You're not going to be spending this stuff right away. It's going to come over time. Like, I'm almost a year out and I'm still spending money on post-op care. So get prepared. But I did list that for post-op care, I spent close to 3 grand. I mean, 3 grand. And then the BBL was $5,500. So I say save $9,000 to $10,000 and then book your surgeon. That's what I say. And if you want to know my first round was $15,000. I did not take my post-op care seriously because I was not informed. I didn't do as much research as I have done for this round. And so I spent maybe $300 on fajas that I barely wore. As far as medication, I probably spent $50 on protein and stuff. You know what? I didn't even include that in this. I purchased a lot of protein shakes too, so I'm probably like $3,500 in. But it's worth it. So when you guys get to looking at these surgeons, when you're trying to see what surgery you want, please make sure to put money aside for your post-op care. Do not play with your post-op care. It is just as serious and just, if not more important, as the surgery. Your surgeon gives you the body, the post-op care molds and enhances it. It's up to you to maintain it, and it's going to cost. So don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Thanks, guys.